News. So, ICE, for all of my Jamaican people, they sent out the letter to 5,000 people that is going to be deported. Actually, they supposed to receive their warrant for to be deported back to Jamaica.
Yo, Jamaica have the most crab in a barrel mentality. Me see a man post a video, see, with him voice behind it. And man say, yo, 2,000 Jamaicans, undocumented Jamaicans, are calling the Jamaican embassy, begging help to return home because Donald Trump have them in cages, not giving them any water, and not feeding them and returning them back to the country.
Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channels. My name is Team Test Reaction. Kindly for watching me for the first time, make sure you subscribe, like, share and comment. Over 5,000 Jamaicans are being deported from United States. Over 5,000 undocumented Jamaicans are being deported from United States. They have been removed from United States. So kindly guys, let's watch this video until the end and then come back with more comment.
For all of my Jamaican people, they sent out the letter to 5,000 people that is going to be deported. Actually, they supposed to receive their warrant for to be deported back to Jamaica. I guess some people are staying in their house and running around and trying to move from state to state. But the breaking news is that 5,000 people is on the list to be deported to Jamaica. Right now, I would say that as a man of God, what word would I give my Jamaican? Well, if you've been in America for a very long time, I would say if you got to go back or you end up going back, you will have to equip yourself to survive. I think you've been in America long enough. You're supposed to learn enough to survive in your country. Also, you can trust God. God can able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we can think or act. So, but I'm saying, man, it's a lot of things going on. Just be encouraged. Hold the faith and know that all things work together for good. You may not see the good.
Yo, Jamaica have the most crab in a barrel mentality. Me see a man post a video, see, with him voice behind it. And man say, yo, 2,000 Jamaicans, undocumented Jamaicans, are calling the Jamaican embassy, begging help to return home because Donald Trump have them in cages, not giving them any water, and not feeding them and returning them back to the country. And this man is celebrating, he's rejoicing, he's happy. And most of the time these people say I celebrate them thing, are the one them will never travel. How are you happy and celebrating a man's downfall? Better yet, your country, brother. I tried and go try the waters and not work out, fam. I'm more than sure if you had gotten the chance, you would have taken it. Because who no want make more money, who no want better for themselves and them family. And we know in a Jamaica it's very hard. If you make it in Jamaica, thumbs up to you. And most of the time for you to make it, you have to rob somebody, whether white collar or you hold them up and take it. But at the celebration, bro, like, you're glad, you're happy. So this I read some people. Like, oh, is that happy for you? Oh, is that nice for you? Yeah, God no. But I'm gonna say this, brother. Be careful where you laugh at. Because I've seen people turn into the exact same thing that they laughed at. You hear that? Big up though.
ICE continues its crackdown on illegal migrants, the impact has already begun hurting some businesses. Some persons have not been showing up for work and have been keeping their children from attending school in fear of deportation. But we met one Jamaican who says he remains unfazed. Romarda Lyons has his story.
Dreams continue to melt away for many undocumented persons living in the United States. This, as the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, continues to crack down on illegal immigration in the U.S., with over 969 single-day arrests on Tuesday. Many Jamaicans who travel to the country illegally in search of better are now in a cloud of uncertainty. But this man is putting on a brave face, hoping for the best. In October 2024, he shared his journey crossing the border. Today, the lingering question is, will he be among those sent back to their homeland in chains of embarrassment?
You know, it's a good while now. I pack up and left Jamaica. I left everything behind. I come a foreign to get a better life, a better myself. So I can't get deported and go back to Jamaica now. I just start out in a foreign and I try to get myself situated and started out. I know me I say potentially have to go back. I can't go back. That not gonna work for me.
When asked if he's worried or anxious, he shut it down immediately.
I tell myself, say, yo, I have a dream, I have a plan. Say, I'm gonna make a better life for myself and my family.
On January 24, I said targets included illegal immigrants with arrests or convictions for assault, domestic violence, or other crimes including victims. The man who says he isn't involved in any wrongdoing is hoping that that will keep him safe in the land of the free.
And ever since me come here, I'm not involved in no drugs or no gang or even a bad activity like that.
Now, many are keeping a low profile, with reports of people fearful to even show up to work. For this man, it's the opposite. In fact, he spoke with TVJ News after leaving work today.
But you know, I just still have to be vigilant. I have to go to work still, because I have bills to pay and things to do, things to take care of. So I have to just go to work still and just watch out, watch my back, make sure everything around me good. I just have to hope for the best, really. You know, I just have to hope for the best, because we can't sit down a yard and not do nothing and not work for how long this thing I gonna take.
Here's why I am more concerned with how Jamaica is running and how we are positioned for the future than I am disappointed in Trump for deporting our Jamaican brothers and sisters from the United States of America. I want you to consider this analogy with me, and this is an analogy of a house. So let's say the house is yours and you are living in Kingston and you have relatives, let's say from Clarendon, and there is little to no opportunity for employment in Clarendon, but there is more in Kingston. So you give approval for a couple of your brothers and sisters and your colleagues and your cousins to come and live with you in Kingston. You know, they came in and you approve it, them get your approval before, and now they're living with you. And then you realize that a couple of your cousins came to visit you as well, but they decided that they're not going home. They didn't ask if it's okay to stay. They just decided that they're not going home. And so they stayed and they tried to get work and tried to get different opportunities in Kingston. A couple of other cousins you just go to work one day and they pop up and they're there and they decide that they're not going home, and this keeps happening, and so you realize that you actually have an entire full house. Here's what's going to happen to the house. The space is going to get limited day by day, and so is the resources. That too is going to be burdened. So in that house, you're now going to be concerned about the light bill. How much is it that you're paying for the light bill? Some of them working, some not working, some who is working is not contributing, and the light bill is increasing and your water bill is increasing. And you realize that you have less and less space, and eventually if that continues, I mean, it's going to affect your ability to provide food in the household. What plans do you have for food security and all of those issues in the household? Maybe a little bit from now, you will have to get up from your bed and to sleep on the sofa while people keep coming in that house. And this analogy is the reality of America, that a lot of persons go to America because the country where they're from is not so developed, and it's hard for their dreams to become a reality and for them to take care of their families. So they leave in search of better. Some are approved to be there, while some of them will enter by other means, you know. And I cannot wrong Trump completely for saying, all right, we've got to slow down and we've got to look on the system. And one of the ways that he probably views it is that he will say to the cousins that did not get his approval to go back to where you're from. Let me fix the issues that I have here. And this is what is happening in America at the moment. So I don't blame him completely and entirely. What I'm more concerned about, though, is Jamaica. And as our brothers and our sisters come back, what are they coming back to? And this is our opportunity to look on our society, as they're looking on theirs. Look on Jamaica to see what are the things that we need to do as a nation to ensure that Jamaica can be the place for Jamaicans and we can live and enjoy Jamaica. And some of those things would mean livable wages. The wages, the money where people are get have to make sense so that they can take care of them family. It will be the roads. What are the road conditions of Jamaica so people who have business ideas can develop Jamaica? It will be with health system. When the persons who are here feel sick or they're having medical challenges, what are the facilities in place to take care of the regular Jamaicans? And what of our education system? What of our systems, So these are the things that we need to look on. We need also to create opportunities. What of our industries? What are we making? What are we building? What are we doing in terms of production? So when we have the mass production and we have a lot of food and a lot of goods and a lot of services, what are we doing with those? When we have a surplus, are we canning or are we tinning things? Are we selling? What can we do as a nation? You understand? And what can be done from the hands of the government? We are paying for governance and we need value for governance. And that's the kind of Jamaica that we need to look on. So we need to welcome these people home. We need to provide the kind of systems for them when they come home and the kind of support so that they can become easily integrated into society and also they can become productive. But we need to bridge the gaps that are existing in Jamaica. Stop looking at America and what they're doing and look on Jamaica, because day by day, and if we don't hold our government accountable, we're going to have less and less of Jamaica to put forward and to pass on to our kids. So we have to demand value for governance. All right? Well, that's my 2 cents. What is yours? What are your views on this? Light up the comment section. Let's talk.
Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Kindly for watching me for the first time, remember to subscribe, like, share and comment. So guys, over 5,000 undocumented Jamaica have been issued with a warning deportation to their countries. And we all know that Jamaica's United States now is on the verge of deporting all illegal immigrants back to their countries. And this video is not for Jamaicans, but if you are living in United States without any documented, just deported yourself, because government of Donald Trump is really serious deporting people going to their countries. So over 5,000 Jamaicans undocumented are now deported back to their countries. And this is just have issued a warning, and they have been issued to removal from that document. They are undocumented, and it's just a matter of time that a flight is just waiting for them to be deported back to their countries. So when it comes to deportation, these people, they don't know, they don't care if you have a family or you have a house there, or if you are working. When they will just find you anywhere, they will deport you back to their country. And this has been going out. They have been going a lot of things. Deportation has been happening now, and if you are just living in those countries, just deport yourself, because don't wait to be deported. They will harass you. They will really harass you. And we have now the units like I say, which are normally used to deport people. They don't care if your child is learning in school. They don't know. They don't want to care if you are working. They don't care if you have a leave. So kindly, guys, if you are in Jamaica, just if you are in United States, just deport yourself, because it's not easy. So more than 5,000 people has been undocumented. That's illegal immigrant. So they were supposed to be sent back to their countries, and it's just a warning. And when Donald Trump came in power, that is the order from above. So the IC agents are the one who are working to deport people going back to their countries. We have seen a lot of people being deported. We have living people from Africa leaving United States. We have seen a lot of people now on Canada. And this thing is not really working for us, because we Africa, we must now be coming back and also study deporting these West people, because it's not easy. We find that these people are deporting our people, and we are here just watching. We have seen a lot of people in United States. I saw United Kingdom also did a very protest against that. Some of these black people are men in their country, so they are men in their country, so they must going back to their country. So it's high time, as we Africa, we must also deport these people going to their country. It's two-way traffic. When they deport us, we must also deport them going back to their country, because it's not easy. Our people are taken there as slaves. Most of them maybe were taken there as going to looking for green pasture. But now it has reached a time that our people are being pushed back and deported back to our country. We must now also start deporting them. When they deport us, we must also deporting them to going back to their countries, because it's a two-way traffic. We cannot live in fears, because our people are really suffering there. Imagine deporting somebody, we don't care, like when you just be found anyway, you just be deported back to their country. And this West country normally use we Africa as a puppet to them, and our leaders are just quiet seeing our people being deported. They must come out and explain and defend our people, because the constitution tells that maybe you must defend your people outside and inside your country. So it's high time that we Africa now also wake up and deport these people, because there are many in our countries, and we don't have racism. Well, now we must now come out and also deport them back to their country, because it's not East Africa, it's a unity. So let's have that unity of Africa, and also love each Africa, because we cannot being treated as these people really treating us. They are treating us in a badly way, and it has made some of them crying, some of them forcing them to come to Africa, and that's what is going on in United States. So kindly, guys, for watching me for the first time, make sure you subscribe, like, share, and comment in this video. Bye for now.